Okay, part two. Welcome back. So, for the assignment this week, what you're going to do is you're going to answer the following questions just to yourself. You don't need to worry about writing these down or turning them in. What you want to do, though, is you want to write about or think about what do you want to communicate or show to the world. Now, this can be something that you're passionate about, something that you relate to, something that defines you, something that you think is funny or interesting. It can be anything in the world, as long as it's school appropriate, please, and as long as it's something that is related to you. So, what would you want to communicate to the world? What is important to you? The next thing that you want to do is, after you think about what's important, you want to choose one or two symbols that can represent what you answered above. So, for instance, if being kind is really important to you, or if helping people is really important to you, you could have an image of an open hand, or you could use an image of a heart. If sports are really important for you, then you can choose some sort of equipment from your sport: basketball, football, baseball, lacrosse, soccer, whatever it is, and you can use that sports symbol, and that could be what represents that. So think about one or two symbols that can represent what you want to communicate or show to the world, what's important to you. The next thing is that you want to do a drawing of Keith Haring inspired silhouette. So what that means, I'm going to scroll back here. That means these little characters right here. So these little kind of blobby characters, you can see that, they're going to be really easy to do. It's kind of like a stick figure with meat on its bones. And you can have their little head on there. Let me go back one more. And here's a bunch of them that you can choose from. I recommend, if you're having a hard time figuring out how to draw these, just copy one of the things on here. You want your characters or your silhouettes here to be moving. You don't just want them to be standing still, because you can see none of Keith Haring's little silhouettes here are standing still at all. They look like they're dancing, or this one kind of looks like he's flossing. They look like they're jumping up in the air, or they're kicking things. So you want your Keith Haring character to have some movement to it. And it says right here, position the body in some sort of action pose. The next thing that you want to do is you want to draw your chosen symbol, the symbol that you figured out before, and you want to draw it with your silhouette. You want your silhouette to be interacting with this in some way. It can be holding it, throwing it, having it rest on your shoulder, cradling it like a baby, having it inside your head or your stomach or your heart, anything like that. And the last part is you want to create a background for your silhouette that's similar to the backgrounds in some of Keith's work. So he uses lots of swirls and squiggles and dancing lines. He uses dots. And to give you some examples, here are some of those. So you can see on this one, they went ahead and really did some crazy dots here in the background to fill in the entire area. They did the same on this one over here, where they used some colors that were a little bit more muted, and they even did down here. This one represents the ice melting in the Arctic, and you can see these people here are very concerned. They've got these, like, I don't think that's supposed to be hair. I think it's supposed to be like, oh my gosh, lines. And you can see that they're concerned that this is melting. You can even do something simple like this, where you just have these emphasis lines on the outside, and you can see here it makes it look like that the figures are moving, like this and like this. Here's a couple more examples. This one was done on the computer. So if you'd like to do yours on the computer, that is fine by me. This one you can see loves science, and they love having all the little beakers and the microscopes and tube testing. It kind of looks like a syringe with blood, but that's all right. And this one represents family and being able to sit around a table and talk, and then and that equals love. Family members talking, hanging out. I love that. Now, if you have access to coloring tools, please color your picture. The main thing is, though, is you want to outline them in black, because as you can see back here, all of the things that Keith has are outlined in black. Think like a coloring page. That's exactly what you want it to be like. So even if you don't have any coloring tools, please use a pen or a pencil and make a dark outline around your silhouette and the symbols, just to make sure that you can have that sort of coloring book outline. Once you're done, take a good photo of your work, submit it to Schoology, and then this is how you're going to be graded. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you have any questions, please let me know or come to my office hours, and we will see you later. Bye.